It is a lovely Tuesday in New Jersey. It is warm. I decided to do a quick live stream with you guys from the parking lot at my place of employment. As you can see, I'm still rocking the Texas on my keys. Um, I do have New Jersey on here too. You see that? But it was an actual hourglass that was connected to that, but that fell off because I'm rough with my keys. And then I also have California on here as well because the last time I went to California I bought that. um, I'm not sure why I'm telling y'all this, but I still have my Dallas Public Library card too. Weirdo. Hey, the cynical one. So, you guys, I'm feeling a little self conscious today, I'll be honest, because I walked out of the house without my earrings on this morning. Because what it was I had on a pair, I took them off, and I was going to change them. But in between me going back into my room and then going back into the bathroom, I forgot and never put them on. And so I'm out here earringless today. I did give you guys like a light beat. I don't know if you can see it. The sun is like right in my face. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but I did give myself a light beat because I knew I was wearing a dress today. So I was like, let me do a light beat to go along with my dress and look a little cute because it's warm. It's 82 degrees in Jersey today. What's up, UFO Kamikaze One, AB Media, Kenny? Hey, I hope y'all are having a good day. I really do. It's beautiful out here today. And I know I was doing a bit of complaining a few weeks ago about how cool the weather was in Jersey. But if it could have just stayed like this throughout the month of September, I would have been happy. It's really nice out. Yeah, see, Kenny knows. It's really nice. I just went to the store to get a bottle of water to go with my lunch. So I normally take lunch between 2 and 3. Not that y'all needed to know that, but um, I always bring my lunch to work, but I forgot my smoothie today. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't eat my food without something to drink. And typically I'll either have infused water with me or a smoothie. Because, once you hit 40, you start having to be real careful about what you take in. And you got to make sure you get certain things. If you're going to eat other things, you got to make sure you have the things that you need before you eat the other things. I want to be here a while, so I'm serious about making sure I get my hydration, making sure I get my vegetables, taking my vitamins every day. But then again, sometimes you want to have a little pasta or some bread or some kind of sweets. But you got to make sure you get the good stuff in first before you eat any of that stuff. It said it's 85 here. Yeah. Yeah, Kenny. See, we all getting old. Gracefully, might I add. Because I believe that I'm doing it right. I think that, like, yo, my mom be roasting me, y'all. She be roasting me. She be quick to put me in the category of being older. And she loves teasing me about being middle aged. Because apparently, once you turn 40, now you're middle aged. I didn't know that. I don't refer to myself in such ways. Um, I don't care what the criteria states. But yeah, I am aging. I am not getting old. I am aging, but I am not getting old. I feel young. I don't really see the difference between my 30s and right now, to be honest with you. I might have a little less energy than I did in my 30s. I'm gonna be realistic about that. And my joints crack and pop a little bit more than they used to. But aside from that, I think I'm holding up quite nicely. I think I am. I'm just happy to be here though. And I'm happy y'all are here too. You and Kerry Washington have the same smile. That's the first time I've heard that, AV Media. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Kerry Washington can be a little weird looking though. I'm not saying you say I look like her. I know that's not what you said, but um, if you've seen her, if you saw her in Life Is Hot in Cracktown, you can't unsee it. You know, she made some pretty weird faces in that movie, but I guess that was part of the character that she was playing, so it is what it is. Um, Again, I'm still taking that as a compliment though. I'm looking at myself on screen and I'm like, ooh, normally I don't wear anything underneath this dress, but today I wore a short sleeve crop top underneath it, just because it gets really cold in the office, and I've been draped in my blanket for most of the day, because I have a little space heater at my desk, but that usually I have it propped up on top of my trash can, so I never use my trash can, but I keep it like right at my leg level, like my knee level, so the rest of my body is cold unless I have on a jacket or a sweater or something. So yeah, today I've been basically just walking or sitting at my desk with my blanket on because it's so cold in there because it's so warm outside. Of course, the AC is up to ignorant levels. It's a compliment. Thank you. Thank you. I'm working on accepting those. When folks give me compliments, I automatically default to what I can say nice to you. What can I compliment you on? It's never about lingering in the moment for me and accepting the compliment and just saying thank you. I do say thank you, right? And I am grateful for the compliments when they come in. However, I just always want to deflect the attention off of me and put it back on you. I don't know what that says about me, but that's who I am. I truly believe we all have something nice we could say about each other. Um, just like in the same way, I believe we all have more in common with one another than we have not in common with one another. So, uh, yeah, I'm awkward when it comes to folks, especially in person. Like on the screen, it's like, oh, okay, thanks, thumbs up, like emoji, whatever, moving right along. But like in person, if you were standing across from me right now and was like, you and Kerry Washington have the same smile, it's adorable, I'd be like, thanks. Like Homer, shrinking into the shrubs, be like, thanks. But yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on just saying thank you and letting it live, and then moving on. Yeah, I didn't have anything to say. I really didn't. Um, I don't know if y'all follow this guy, Summon Show. I think is how you pronounce it. Sumncheaux. He is like a linguist. I won't call him a grammar snob because I'm a grammar snob, and I don't think that he necessarily fits the bill of being a grammar snob. But he's very much um, into linguistics, and he talks about the etymology of words and how slang gets used and misinterpreted. And I love following him because he's helping me to relinquish some of my grammar snobbery. It's always going to be there, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I'm not letting that go. However, I'm learning how to be less of a grammar snob with respect to the fact that much of what we come to know as language is made up as we go along. And the functionality of language should always be indicative of the people and the times that are using it. And so I've learned to be a little bit less stringent about what I've come to learn, and understanding that the majority of the people that I speak to don't hold the same things dear. And so, yeah, like I be wanting to come up here and roast people for things that I hear them say that just, it's like, it gives me a tick because I'm like, that's not what you meant. That's not the word, or that's not how you say it. But it's like, what am I really accomplishing by pointing that out? Like if you're somebody who doesn't care to respect the tenets, remember, notice I said tenets, not tenants. If you're someone who doesn't respect the tenets of language, grammar, usage, syntax, so on and so forth, me pointing it out to you that it's wrong or incorrect, or there's a better way of saying it, is not going to get you to start. And I know that. I've known that for a long time, but it's helping me to kind of like lay that down and not really lambast people for when they say things incorrectly or when they use language in a way that works for them but sounds icky to me. I'm trying to be less stringent about that because I don't know. I want people to talk to me without fear of being admonished, you know, because it also helps me to understand too that maybe some of the things I have hangups on are things that people don't even recognize in me. I'm just all about having a really organic and natural exchange with folks. If you're going to talk to me, let's do it in a way that we both walk away from it with understanding versus judgment or disdain. And besides, I know I'm a girl who used to read the dictionary for fun. And y'all wasn't doing that. Y'all wasn't reading dictionaries for fun. Reading dictionaries, reading encyclopedias, thesauruses. Like those are things that I used to do for fun. And I'm gonna blame it on being an only child, not having siblings. But I think it really is just more of who I am as a person. I've always been inclined towards language, words, more than science or math or any of that other stuff. Good afternoon, Third Ward Colombian, aka Thugger Ward. I'm the same way about compliments on my appearance. I've always seen myself as an average guy in looks. Yeah, UFO, you're not average. I wouldn't say you're average, not with those cheekbones. And I mean, I've only seen this picture of you. I don't know, I can't really judge anything else. If I were to see you in person, I might feel something different, but yeah, I feel very much the same. I think I'm beautiful. I love myself. I love my body. I love how I come across, but I do think that I'm average. I don't think that um I don't think that I am like for example, I might be an 8 in somebody's book, but I might be a 4 in somebody else's, and that's fine. What really matters is how I see myself. It's never about how other people might rate me or um, see me. It's always about how, when I look in the mirror, me being happy with what I see, because then I can put forth my best self or what I think that is. And I feel like that's more important than anybody else, anybody else's opinion. Third said, I feel like you missed your calling as a language teacher. You know, the crazy part about that is people who experience me say that. People who know me wouldn't. Oh, look at this bug that just rolled up on me to join us. Hold up. How do I change the view? Here we go. Looky. Oh, now he's leaving. We tried to make a friend. I'm trying to show everybody who you are. Why are you leaving? Where you going? Like, nah, I wasn't trying to be on camera, sis. When you get a chance, check out a Dr. Ernie Smith. His PhD is in linguistics. While he is one of the most articulate people I know, he also holds conferences on ebonics. Okay, I shall. And I've said that before too. Like, while I may be very like, people call me a grammar snob. Okay, fine. Grammar Nazi, whatever. However you want to refer to me, fine. Although that may be very much who I am, I still hold reverence for uh, slang, ebonics, AAVE. Like, I think there's room for all of it. Just like there's room for cussing. I think that cuss words are very helpful and useful, especially when you're trying to get a point across. You know, like there's a place for a time and place for everything. So yeah, you would be a great language teacher, but it's not too late to become one though. Yeah, it's never been on my bingo card. I just not opposed to it, but I think the reason why I've never really necessarily gone after that or into teaching is because I've always associated it with children, and I don't feel confident in relating to children. I mean, that might sound weird, but it's true. It's the second thought I ever had as far as me being a teacher, because I even tried to be a sub at one point just to kind of like pass the time away, and until I found another job. I tried to be a sub at one point. That didn't work out either. But I always think about teaching in terms of children or people younger than you, and I wasn't sure that that was necessarily my ministry, and so it just, as soon as it came in my mind, it left. Um, but now I would be open to teaching adults for sure. Um, and I understand that that's also needed. Thank you for saying that, though, cynical one. I appreciate it. Kenny says, it's funny how you don't get comfortable about your looks until you get older. I think when you're younger, we take it so. Yeah. True. Hey, KP from KC5. Sometimes I curse too much. Yeah. I got a potty mouth. I do. I do. I have a potty mouth. Y'all have heard me curse. Usually when I'm driving, to your point, Kenny. Yeah, driving in New Jersey is not for the weak. Uh, I used to say when I was in Texas, I wish I could take everybody in Texas and drop them off in New Jersey just so they could learn how to drive and then come back. Because I feel like when you have to drive on narrower streets, when you have to drive in places where the pace is faster and there's not 5 and 6 lane highways, I think you become a better defensive driver. So I feel like driving on the East Coast, period, because I feel like it's not just Jersey, it's also Connecticut, it's also um, obviously New York, but um, it's also, I would put Connecticut, I would put maybe parts of Massachusetts in that. Um, yeah, driving in densely populated areas, DC, um, you learn how to be a defensive driver. You learn how to do better, and you also learn to curse folks out when they do stupid things. So, kind of goes hand in hand. When I went to Texas and I saw the sheer amount of space they have for their major highways, I'm like, I don't understand how y'all get in accidents. You have so much room to swerve to get into another lane. You have like 4 other options of lanes to drive in versus the one that you're in. So like, I would weave in and out of Texas traffic so easily and effortlessly. Daytona Toya, that's funny. Y'all are funny. Shout out to the tri-state area. Word up. Hey, Dave Town. All right, I'm gonna go back into the office now so I can scarf down my lunch while I still have a little bit of time. I don't know. I know y'all are probably wondering when the next time is me and my mom will get together and do a live stream. I don't know when that'll be. She's been pretty busy lately, and so I've just been giving her the space to do what she's been needing to do. But you can count on me to continue to do these pop-ups and check in with y'all and just show y'all what I've been up to and what I'm doing. Providence, Rhode Island, Portland, Maine. I've never driven in those places. I've been to them, but I've never driven in those places to speak towards that. But I'm sure you're right. Anyway, isn't this a beautiful tree? That's a beautiful tree, right? This is the thing about living in Jersey. I think a lot of us take for granted why it's called the Garden State, but it's beautiful. All right, you guys. Thank you for tapping in with me. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for saying such wonderful things in my chat. And you know how I like to end my streams. Oh, hey, Dr. Dunbar. You all have a nice one, too. I love to end my streams by wishing you all peace, ease, and whatever you please. And so I mean that. Take that with you wherever you go. We'll see you soon.